Today I want to talk to you about what it means to be a marketer. I'm Alexander, I run a marketing agency, and I have spent my whole life obsessed with creating results for my clients that sound a lot like producing profit from the leads we acquire from cold traffic like Facebook and YouTube and Google. And during that time, I have felt extremely responsible to deliver the result. Like, what does it look like to build a perfect webinar? What does it look like to build a perfect lead magnet? What does it mean to write copy and make sure the technology is running? And what does it mean ultimately to communicate to your audience and your market in a way that they want to buy from you? Where I've ended up in my life as a result of this is that I feel most of our customers are terribly neglected. We as marketers, and by marketers, I mean business owners and entrepreneurs, the people who are wanting to capture the attention of our audience, the people who are wanting to enroll those people into an action that will change their lives, those of us who feel like we have a gift and we believe that other people need this gift, that's what I mean by marketer, is that we have to join the customer where they're at in their lived experience in their life. And one of the things that I think most marketers fuck up terribly is that for some reason, probably because it's painful, we don't want to meet our customers where they're at in their experience of the pain we ourselves do not feel comfortable feeling. I was working with a group of people at a mastermind last week, and I delivered a presentation, and in that presentation I was talking about how we have a duty, an obligation, in fact it is the most caring and loving thing that we can do to meet our customers in their painful experience, actually validate their painful experience, and even better, help these people who are currently experiencing a low-grade anxiety, a low-grade anger, a low-grade bitterness, a low-grade sadness that they've been carrying with them for some time, a pain that they've been living with for weeks, months, years, decades. The thing that is hurting them, they've been carrying with them, but they haven't been willing to dig into enough. They haven't been willing to feel deeply enough such that they become willing to change. I'm currently attending a 3-day workshop with Garrett J. White. He inspired this homework. He said our job today is to go out into the market and be a speaker, which is helpful because I am working on being a marketer who runs a marketing agency, so here I am marketing. And the way that he frames this concept is he talks about a pit and he talks about the promised land. And he brought up this really interesting idea, which is that most marketers, most entrepreneurs, most business owners want to live in the promised land. Actually, I'll draw. The promised land being up here, this being the pit, the painful lived experience the customer is currently experiencing today. Most marketers want to live up here. And I'm guilty of this. I'm guilty of this because this is what I do. I run a marketing agency and I am so fucking obsessed with delivering the result for my customer. Every single day, I'm like, what does the customer want? What have we promised them? How do we get them there? What infrastructure are we building? What copywriting are we doing? What video are we filming? How do we get there on the deadline? What does it look like to market this effectively? How do we get it right so that there's leads and there's opt-ins and there's attendees and there's ultimately purchasers? How do we deliver this result? How do we deliver them the fucking promised land? And I'm going out in the market and I'm like, guys, the thing that you want is profit. You run a business, you hire a marketing agency. The thing that you are looking for is fucking money. No person in their right mind would hire Alexander Ford for any other fucking reason than I give Alexander money and he therefore makes me more money by spending my money. And if I deliver any result but that, I'm not delivering the result they care about. I know for a fact that that's the promised land, but here's the challenge. That alone doesn't sell because the promised land alone, you already know. You know the thing you want is money. At least that's what you say. My customers say they want money. They already know the result. What they don't understand is, and what they're not willing to experience is, the pit that would motivate them to change enough of what's going on in their life such that they rebound off the bottom of this and move to the promised land. So last week, the way I was delivering this was that my customers are experiencing frustration. They want clients on demand. They work their fucking asses off. They spend time away from their family. They are putting their wives and their husbands to the side. I'll create a relationship with you later once I figure out my business. They're sacrificing their health. They're thinking, I don't have time to exercise. I gotta fit every waking fucking moment of my life on my business instead of on these other things that I love. They can't be present with their kids because they're like on their fucking cell phone trying to work deals, trying to make sure they have money, because if they don't make social media content, if they don't actively market, if they don't do business development, if they don't go out and try to find people to buy, their business stops. They don't have a marketing machine that creates all this on demand. And I think worse, they don't believe it's possible because marketers have fucking ruined marketing. This is like a problem. For some reason, the label marketer has been fucking warped. My customers often don't want to be a marketer because they've been sold by marketers that there's 50 fucking things you need to do to be a marketer. They associate the label marketer with, I need to do social media. I need to write all the copy. I need to send emails every fucking week or every fucking day. I need to know how to work Infusionsoft or Entreport or ActiveCampaign, or I need to know how to design a website, or I need to be a graphics designer and make my own logo. They think that's what being a marketer is. A marketer is an individual who has the capability to meet somebody in their life, their customers or prospects, also their wife, their husband, their team members, their family, anyone that they might want to help or get a result from, and enroll them into the idea that that person should do something, that person should change, that person should tackle a challenge, that person should help, that person should move forward. That skill, that discipline, the magic trick of meeting somebody where they're at in their mind and identifying their frame and understanding their beliefs and their laws and their stories and their rules and what they think is true about the world, and then negotiating with them, enrolling them into how those things are keeping them from what they say they want, or breaking that frame by showing them how it's untrue as it relates to where they want to go, and install a new frame, a new set of beliefs, a new identity, such that they become the person that has the results they say they want. That is marketing. Now, as a marketer, I've been obsessed about this from a copywriting perspective because I'm obsessed with the result. But I've been tricked because in being so obsessed with the result I want to create for my clients, I have robbed all of my prospects and all of my audience of the opportunity to take them into their pit because I am trying to deliver on the thing that I think they need in order for them to change. But that's not the thing that needs to change. The thing that needs to change for my clients, the clients that don't have the result they want, by definition, is the identity that they are not a marketer. And I'm going to be one of the only, if not the only, marketers who are going to tell you the truth, which is that you being a marketer is the best possible thing that you can do to enable me and my team to market you. If you are a marketer and you have the capability and the skill to narrate the journey for your customer, what that means is you are able to create the change that your customers need, which means you will earn raving fans, you will create customer stories and testimonials, you will produce the result that puts your magic in the world, because your skill as a marketer is what you imbue into the skill you have that you want to take to the world in order to not just move the molecules in reality, but to move that person in their mind to the person who's achieved the result. And my ability as a marketer for you goes up a millionfold. I don't need to keep you dependent. It's actually bad for me for you to not have the label. But my competitors, every other marketer, everyone who has ruined marketing, they're thinking that if you identify as a marketer, somehow you're not going to hire them, you're not going to need their expertise, you're not going to hire a small army of fucking people who need to fucking turn the wrenches, move the dials, edit the videos, build the funnels, write the copy, communicate the words, run the studio, do all the fucking shit to take your gospel, your narrative to the market. But I happen to believe the opposite. You choosing not to identify as a market is the fucking constraint. And now my job as a marketer is not just to deliver the results that I've been obsessed with. My job as a marketer is to help you move through the desert of the transformation of identity that you need to go through while we support that process by taking the actions and building the funnels and achieving the marketing goals. Those two things have to go together. You will not be successful in scaling your business as long as you choose not to identify as a marketer. I have Garrett J. White to thank for that. Thank you, Garrett. And I have come to learn in this workshop that it is my duty to help you take on that identity. And in doing so, both of us will win. Everyone else who's in scarcity is trying to keep you trapped, and they're fucking it up for all of us. So thanks for listening. Thanks for hearing me share what I'm learning. Hopefully this has helped you, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Cool.